I was sitting at a long wooden table in my in-laws' dining room. The smell of freshly cooked biryani and roasted chicken filling the air. My wife Sona was laughing with her mother, her head tilted back in a way that usually meant she was telling one of her dramatic stories. Her father was pouring me a glass of water, insisting I eat more. Everything seemed normal, warm, welcoming, until my phone buzzed in my pocket. I pulled it out, expecting maybe a work email or a friend's message, but the text was from an unknown number. It read asterisk, "Don't react. They're recording you." Asterisk. My pulse jumped instantly. My eyes flicked up, scanning the room. S.A.'s brother, Imran, was holding his phone, pointing it in my direction, pretending to scroll. I forced my face to remain neutral, chewing my food slowly as if nothing had happened. The message kept echoing in my head. Asterisk recording me. Why? Asterisk. I tried to remember if I had said or done anything recently that could be twisted against me. My mind went to last week's argument with S.A. How she had accused me of not being serious about our marriage. We had patched things up, or so I thought. Was this her idea of some kind of trap? I smiled politely at my father-in-law and asked for more rice, masking my growing suspicion. My phone buzzed again. Asterisk. Don't look at me. Just excuse yourself and call this number. Asterisk. This wasn't just a prank. My palms started to sweat. Whoever was texting me knew exactly what was happening at this table. I pushed my chair back, pretending I needed to use the bathroom. Saw glanced at me, but kept talking to her mother. As soon as I was out of sight, I dialed the number. "Hello," steady voice answered. "Listen carefully. Your in-laws are trying to provoke you into saying something that makes you look bad. Don't fall for it. Keep calm, smile, and agree with everything." I asked the voice who they were, but they ignored the question. "You'll understand later. Just trust me." Then they hung up. My head was spinning. Who would go out of their way to warn me? A friend, a stranger, or maybe someone in the family who secretly didn't agree with S.A.'s plan. When I returned to the table, I could feel the tension more clearly. Imran's phone was now angled toward me more obviously. S.A. asked me a question in a light tone. "So, do you still think I spend too much money?" She knew this was a sore spot. It was bait. I remembered the warning and simply laughed. "No, S.A. I think you're perfect." Her smile froze for a second and Iran's thumb hesitated on the screen. They were expecting a different reaction. S.A. tried again, this time bringing up my late nights at work. I kept my answers short, cheerful, and harmless. It was like playing chess, dodging every trap they set. The lunch ended awkwardly. Sa's parents seemed confused, maybe even disappointed. As we left, my phone buzzed once more. Asterisk, "Well done. You passed." Asterisk, I wanted to reply, but the number was suddenly unreachable. That night, S.A. was quiet. I caught her glaring at her phone, scrolling through something. Finally, I asked. "Everything okay?" she muttered. "Never mind," and went to bed early. I knew then that whoever warned me had ruined whatever plan she had. 2 days later, a mutual friend called me. He had overheard S.A. and Imran bragging about setting me up to look abusive during lunch so she could use it as leverage in a divorce. But they were frustrated because I acted too calm. My heart sank. But also I felt strangely grateful for the anonymous warning. I began quietly preparing. I gathered evidence of her financial mismanagement, her flirtations online, and even her messages to Imran about framing me. A month later, I filed for divorce. This time with everything in my favor. When the court saw the screenshots and heard the recordings I had of their planning, their smug expressions vanished. S.A.'s plan had backfired completely. Instead of making me look bad, she had exposed herself. I never found out exactly who sent me that first text. Maybe it was her cousin who never liked her. Maybe a friend of Iran's who thought the scheme was cruel. Whoever it was, they saved me from walking straight into a trap that would have destroyed my life. Now, every time my phone buzzes, I remember that moment at the lunch table, the fake smiles, the quiet cameras, and the single text that turned the whole game around. Sometimes, one stranger's warning can change everything.